Welcome to today's What Will Move the Market show. I'm your host Prem. It's Thursday, October 16th, 2025, and here is everything you need to know as the markets open for today. US markets delivered a choppy but ultimately positive session on Wednesday, as strong bank earnings helped offset lingering trade tensions with China. The S&P 500 closed up 0.4% at 6,671, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq gained 0.7% to 22,670. The Dow Jones Industrial Average ended nearly flat, down just 17 points. The session was powered by blockbuster earnings from major Wall Street banks. Morgan Stanley reported record quarterly revenue of $18.2 billion, with net income surging 45% year-over-year to $4.6 billion. Bank of America wasn't far behind, posting a 23% jump in profits driven by a 43% spike in investment banking fees. The capital markets flywheel is clearly taking hold, with deal-making and trading activity both firing on all cylinders. After the bell, United Airlines beat earnings expectations despite revenue missing the mark, posting adjusted earnings per share of $2.78 versus estimates of $2.66. However, shares dipped about 2% in after-hours trading due to disappointing revenue figures. On the upside, J.B. Hunt Transport surged over 11% after hours, following stronger than expected quarterly results. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell signaled that further rate cuts could be on the horizon, noting that downside risks to employment appear to have risen. Markets have now priced in a near certainty of another rate cut later this month. Indian ADR showed mixed but largely positive momentum overnight. The standout performer was HDFC Bank ADR, which surged 2.68% to close at $36.05. This is an extremely bullish signal for HDFC Bank's opening today, and should provide strong support to both the Nifty 50 and Bank Nifty, given the stock's heavyweight status in these indices. ICICI Bank ADR also gained 1.85%, while Wipro added a modest 0.37%. On the downside, Infosys ADR slipped 0.18%, and Make My Trip fell 1.04%. The positive bias in banking ADR suggests sectoral strength heading into today's session. Asian markets are trading with a positive bias this morning, building on Wall Street's gains. Japan's Nikkei 225 is up 0.9%, while South Korea's Kospi has jumped 1.1%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng futures indicate a slightly lower open. The Gift Nifty is trading at 25,437, up 45 points or 0.18% as of 6:30 a.m., signaling a positive start for Indian markets. This follows yesterday's strong rally, where the Nifty 50 gained 0.71% to close at 25,323, and the Sensex rose 0.7% to 82,605. In a major geopolitical development, US President Donald Trump announced that Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has assured him that India will stop buying Russian oil. While this hasn't been officially confirmed by New Delhi, Trump described it as a big step toward isolating Moscow economically. He added that the process won't happen immediately, but will be completed within a short period. This could have significant implications for India's energy imports and bilateral relations and its impact on Reliance stock price. Gold continues its relentless rally, hitting a fresh all-time high of $4,218 per ounce, as safe haven flows remain robust amid ongoing US-China trade tensions. Silver is also consolidating at elevated levels above $52, reflecting strong demand for precious metals. Crude oil prices remain under pressure, with WTI futures settling at $58.30 per barrel, down 0.7%, hovering near 5-month lows amid oversupply concerns and persistent trade disputes between the world's two largest oil consumers. On the domestic front, FII flows showed a turnaround yesterday, with foreign institutional investors buying 69 crore rupees worth of equities, while domestic institutional investors continued their buying spree, pumping in 4,650 crore rupees. Two major IPOs are set to list today on the bourses. Rubicon Research, which was subscribed over 109 times, is expected to debut with a strong premium. Canara Robeco Asset Management Company, subscribed nearly 10 times, is also listing today with grey market premium indicating modest gains. Axis Bank reported a 26% drop in quarterly net profit to 5,090 crore rupees, primarily due to a one-time standard asset provision of 1,231 crore rupees mandated by the RBI for discontinued crop loan products. Despite the profit decline, asset quality showed marginal improvement. RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra indicated that, while there is policy space for rate cuts given benign inflation, now is not the opportune time. However, the minutes revealed that members see room for further cuts as the inflation outlook softens. For the Nifty 50, immediate support is placed at 25,200 and 25,150. On the upside, resistance levels are at 25,450 and 25,500. A decisive breakout above 25,500 could pave the way toward the September high of 25,670. Bank Nifty has support at 56,400 and 56,500, with resistance placed at 57,100 and 57,200. A move above 57,000 could open doors toward the all-time high of 57,600. The index continues to show a sideways to bullish bias. India VIX declined 5.6% to 10.53, indicating subdued volatility and improving market sentiment. Crude oil continues its downward trajectory, trading around $58 per barrel amid concerns of oversupply and weakening global demand. The International Energy Agency has warned of a potential surplus of up to 4 million barrels per day in 2026. Gold hit a new record high of $4,218 per ounce, extending its year-to-date gains to 59%, as investors seek safe haven assets amid geopolitical uncertainty and expectations of further Fed rate cuts. Silver is holding firm above $52 per ounce, reflecting robust demand across both investment and industrial sectors. Today's session looks set for a positive opening with Gift Nifty indicating strength and HDFC Bank ADR's strong performance likely to lift banking stocks. However, traders should watch for any official confirmation or denial from the Indian government regarding the Russian oil commitment, as this could create volatility. With Nifty approaching key resistance at 25,500, book partial profits at higher levels and maintain disciplined stop losses. Focus on banking and realty stocks, which showed sectoral strength yesterday, but stay nimble given the ongoing global trade uncertainties. Stay tuned for the evening wrap and send in your questions. Trade safely and make it a profitable day.